2021, consider setting the date and time for a public hearing regarding the proposed 2021 sign ordinance.
That's going to be kind of short. Do you have anything else that has that we need to combine? One good evening out of it?
Well, we're gonna have to work on the International Fire Code. I just don't know how, when we get to that, I don't know how. Let's hang on to 177 and when we.
Or do it a half hour before next month's meeting? Would that work?
We're going to need 30 days to advertise, so it's going to have to happen December 6th. It can't happen any sooner than that.
No, plus we have a bunch of stuff going on in November anyway.
I'm just saying the timing is.
So do you just wanna do 30 minutes prior to our next meeting? All right.
That'll work.
So we'll do 6, why don't we say, all right, we'll say 6:30 on 12/6. Is that's the difference?
Yeah, that's more than 30 days, that'll work.
Yeah.
But just in case something else comes up and we need to have another, schedule another day, maybe we can combine them. So we'll keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, if we get to the International Fire Code and there's a desire. Okay. For right now, let's schedule 12/6 at 6:30. 178, 2021, consider pay application number 3 in the amount of $123,894 to Thornbury, Inc. for work to date on the Ridgewood Drive Bridge. I have a motion.
So moved.
Second. Moved and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Passes 5-0. 179, 2021, consider pay application number 1 in the amount of $155,181.15 to Youngblood Paving for work to date on Contract A of the 2021 pavement maintenance program. Have a motion? Have a second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Passes 5-0. 180, 2021, consider pay application number 1 in the amount of $115,600.50 to Youngblood Paving for work to date on Contract B of the 2021 pavement maintenance program. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
I have a question. Is there a balance on these?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, this is just pay application number 1. So they have work still yet to do.
Okay.
How much work left in? Seems like we're running later in the year on this road program this year.
Yeah, maybe I could ask Bill, since Joe's not here tonight, they had a meeting with him last week and.
Yeah, we had construction status meeting last Thursday. Met with Jack Wine, who is, represents Youngblood, and he laid out their scheduling and their sequence for the work performance. Today they were up on Elm Drive. They've completed work on Vista. I believe the only thing they have left over there is sealing the center line, gutter line. That'll wrap that project up over there. Over on Elm Drive, they were milling today and tomorrow to profile the road. That road was in cure because we did base stabilization up there. The plan is to place binder Wednesday, Thursday, and possibly place the wearing course Friday and Saturday. That would wrap up Elm Drive. We also discussed last Thursday with Jack the work remaining on Wilson. They still have some drainage work to do. The plan was to move in today with their drainage crew. They were delayed because of the rain last week on another project, so that got pushed. Once that's completed, and Wilson, there's not a lot of drainage work down here, but I mean, it has to be done prior to the base repair and paving, and then the only other road we still have to address is Ridgewood, and we'll have to coordinate that with Thornbury, with their work operation over there. They've already set the inlets under Youngblood's contract. There's a manhole that has to be set to tie those 2 inlets in, and an end wall also. So the plan is to work with Thornbury to get them in there, get that work done prior to them finishing their guide road work over there, because we don't want to pull that, and then we'll see where we're at. We think there's enough time to get that work done also. That runs from Bel Air down to the bridge. So it's about 300 feet of pavement work that we have to do. That's where we're at with Youngblood right now.
Thanks, Bill.
It should all be done, Bill?
We expect it to, yes. There were some delays in them receiving some pipe products also. And again, we're having some issues with like interstate pipe right now. They have certain sizes available, not all sizes are available, you know, so those delays right now in materials are, you know, across the board, not just groceries, but in construction materials, you know.
Mhm.
Thanks, Bill. 181, 2021. Consider pay application number 5 in the amount of $51,096.80 to Traffic Control and Engineering Company for work completed on the Green Light Go adaptive signal upgrades to be paid from grant funds and SPOA contributions. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
5-0. 182, 2021, consider the 13th release of financial security posted for the installation of public and private improvements for McConnell's Trails Phase 1 from $451,410.95 to $351,930.95, a total reduction of $99,480 as recommended by the Township Engineer. Do I have a motion?
Again, Dan, is there a breakdown on the public and the private on that, or is that all public?
It's all public, Tom.
Do I have a motion?
Second.
Do I have a second? Moved and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Passes 5-0. 183, 2021, consider the second release of financial security posted for the installation of public and private improvements for McConnell's Trails Phase 2A from $256,174 to $153,895.20, a total reduction of $102,278.80 as recommended by the Township Engineer.
Tom, on this one, there are public and private improvements. It's all mixed together. I mean, we only accept the public improvements, but they're on the bond, and it's all part of the same, if that makes sense.
It does, but do we know the breakdown, you know, for our purposes?
Oh, we will. We'll only, I mean, when we get a maintenance bond, we take a maintenance bond on the public improvements, correct. But as we work through the process, we just pay them for work done to date on whatever that item is. And we retain 15% until everything is done.
And their bond still, it's complete for both, so it's coming out of the same pot of their same, what they put one escrow for all of them.
Correct.
All right, okay. They didn't used to.
Used to segregate them, but it just all is one now.
Is keeping 15% enough? Is that enough? Should that be enough?
Andy thinks it's too much. No, my rule of thumb, I mean, technically, you could pay down more, but when we get close to some of these projects, I like to hold 15% because that's the amount of maintenance bond we're required them to furnish. By law, it's 15% for 18 months. That's what the MPC says. So we don't go below 15% until we're ready to final out. That's, whether it's right or wrong, that's my policy.
Do I have a motion? Yes.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Passes 5-0. 184, 2021, consider the acceptance of the public improvements for streets in the Windsor Woods Development Phase 6A and 6B to include portions of Sir James Drive and Sir Charles Drive as recommended by the Township Engineer. Dan, those issues on, was it Sir James, that's been taken care of?
Yeah, let me bring the board up to date on a couple of things. Since the last meeting, there's been multiple things going on at this plan. Everything related to the acceptance of the public improvements is in order. Unfortunately, as this project was developed, there was some extra land that was acquired, which is shown here on this plan. There was about 9/10 of an acre that was added to the plan to double load this street. When that happened, the developer's engineer didn't expand the limit of disturbance on his permit. So these lots are technically outside the boundary of the plan. That's one issue. The second issue is I met out here with the residents that live at these properties here last week to review this plan. This is the corrective action plan for the development, and that is to properly grade these lots, which were not properly graded by the home builder to carry the water that falls, generally that comes in this direction to get it down in its natural place where it needs to be over the hill. This water is building and actually creating a bit of a lake down here in this direction, and it needs to be cut off at multiple locations as shown on the plan. This corrective action plan has been accepted by the builder. They're going to take care of it. Again, I met with the property owners. I think I have them understanding that the public improvements related to these lots are different than the private improvements. But nonetheless, I went back to the developer who's here in the audience tonight if you have any questions, and asked him to post security to assure that this plan happens. So he's agreed to keep his performance bond in place for the amount of $30,000 to complete this plan and to assure that the pond is finalized out in the development for this phase of the development. So I think we have security to assure that this plan is going to be completed. I also noticed when I was out on my site inspection, there's 2 homes that don't have occupancy permits yet. So I've instructed Liz already not to issue those occupancy permits until we make sure that the grading is completed and that we get an inspection on the final restoration up there. So that's the big explanation of all what's going on here. Otherwise, the public improvements, like I said, are all in order. I don't know if any of the residents are here tonight from the development, but I gave them a copy of the plan and I told them that we would be here tonight. I think they understood what we were doing tonight.
You said this water, the water's gonna dump over the hill.
Yeah, that was my question too.
Who's it gonna dump from? Because I know, well, you know, Dan, that one house got flooded up there. 'Cause
All of the root drains for these homes are all tied into storm sewer in the front. This is just backyard drainage that flows naturally down through their home.
What's down below that?
This is just a natural water course. So there's no impervious that's flowing out here. It's just grass area that's flowing down in this direction. And this has to be approved by it's into the state for corrective action. So if the state requires something else, I guess, that they'll be required to do something else. They can't final out their pond and everything else, so again, I feel that there's ample security, even if there's something else that has to be done here or somebody wants something else done, but I looked at it in the field myself, and the minor amount of water that's coming off just of these lots that's flowing through the backyard and naturally flowed through here before anyway. It's just, it got channelized all the way down here instead of coming off in different directions as it did before.
Any other questions? Is there a motion?
So
Is there a second? I'll second. Moved and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
This is 185, 2021, consider the full release of the remaining financial security posted for the installation of public and private improvements for Windsor Woods Development 6A in the amount of $79,686 as recommended by the township engineer.
Yeah, and this is the phase of the development that's not including the drainage. The next one whole retains the funds for the bonding, as I've explained to the board. So this one's a full release of 6A. 6B, we're still holding back money for the drainage work.
That's the 30,000?
Correct. That's the next one for you to vote on.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Passes 5-0.